Rod Blagojevich, the son of a Serbian steelworker, lived the American dream. He rose from humble beginnings to become a two-term governor of Illinois. His charisma and populist message resonated with voters. However, Blagojevich's political career came crashing down in 2008. He was arrested on federal corruption charges. The accusations sent shockwaves through Illinois politics. Blagojevich's fall from grace was swift and dramatic. He was impeached by the Illinois House of Representatives and removed from office by the Illinois Senate. The former governor faced a lengthy trial on charges of corruption. Among the most serious accusations was that he attempted to sell Barack Obama's vacant Senate seat for personal gain. Blagojevich maintained his innocence throughout the legal proceedings. He argued that he was a victim of overzealous prosecutors and political enemies. The trial captivated the nation and divided public opinion. Some believed Blagojevich was guilty as charged, while others saw him as a flawed but ultimately sympathetic figure. The trial resulted in a conviction on 17 of the 20 counts against him. Blagojevich was sentenced to 14 years in federal prison. The sentence was seen as a stunning fall from grace for a man who had once been a rising star in the Democratic Party. In 2012, Rod Blagojevich began serving his 14-year sentence at a federal prison in Colorado. He traded his life of power and privilege for the harsh realities of prison life. Blagojevich's days were regimented and monotonous. He lived in a small cell, ate meals in the prison cafeteria, and had limited contact with the outside world. Despite the challenges, Blagojevich tried to make the best of his situation. He formed friendships with fellow inmates, participated in prison programs, and found solace in his faith. To cope with the isolation and boredom, Blagojevich turned to reading. He devoured books on history, philosophy, and religion. One book that had a profound impact on Blagojevich was Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. Frankl's account of his experiences in Nazi concentration camps resonated deeply with the former governor. He drew inspiration from Frankl's message of finding meaning and purpose even in the darkest of times. Blagojevich also found comfort in his religious faith. He read the Bible daily and prayed regularly. He credited his faith with giving him the strength to endure his prison sentence. Blagojevich's legal team continued to fight for his release. They filed numerous appeals, arguing that the former governor's sentence was excessive and that he had been unfairly targeted by prosecutors. However, their efforts were unsuccessful. Years passed and Blagojevich remained behind bars. In 2019, a glimmer of hope emerged. President Donald Trump, who had appeared on Celebrity Apprentice with Blagojevich in 2010, began hinting at the possibility of a pardon. Trump saw Blagojevich as a victim of a politically motivated prosecution. He also believed that the former governor's sentence was overly harsh. In February 2020, Trump made good on his promise. He granted Blagojevich a full pardon, commuting his remaining prison sentence. The decision was met with mixed reactions. Some praised Trump for showing compassion, while others condemned the move as an abuse of power. The pardon reignited the debate over Blagojevich's guilt or innocence. It also highlighted the deep political divisions in the United States. Blagojevich's case became a lightning rod for discussions about corruption, justice, and the use of presidential pardons. After his release from prison, Rod Blagojevich returned to Chicago a changed man. He was no longer the brash, ambitious politician who had once dominated Illinois politics. The experience of prison had humbled him, forcing him to confront the consequences of his actions and to re-evaluate his priorities. Blagojevich has spoken publicly about his time behind bars, expressing remorse for his mistakes and gratitude for the support of his family and friends. He has also become a vocal critic of the criminal justice system, arguing that it is often unfair and disproportionately punishes the poor and minorities. While Blagojevich has ruled out a return to elected office, he has hinted at a desire to remain involved in public life. He has launched a podcast where he discusses current events and shares his perspective on politics. Only time will tell what the future holds for Rod Blagojevich.